Hey guys, welcome back to another video with Lim Reviews. So today here I have the Mi 11 Ultra that I've been using for quite a while now, and I just want to share with you my personal experience after using this device here for maybe slightly more than a week now. So I have a couple of colors here, and of course I do have the S21 Ultra, so I can give you guys a quick look comparison, but this is not going to be an in-depth comparison. It's going to be more focused on the Mi 11 Ultra right here. So here in Malaysia, this is the most expensive Xiaomi device ever, if I'm not mistaken. It is retailing for RM4299 here in Malaysia for only one variant, that is the 12GB of RAM plus 256GB of internal storage. Alright, so let's talk about this device right here. First up, when I first saw this, I was really impressed with the design. I don't know, some people online have been talking a lot about that big camera bump. To me, it is very symmetrical and it doesn't really cause any disadvantage in any way. It's just a huge piece of glass at the top here, and to be honest, it does look pretty good right here. I also have the white version right here, so you can have a look side by side. And you can tell that this is the international version with the writings at the bottom, and this is the China version that is very clean, just the Xiaomi logo at the bottom. Right, so this is how it looks like. This is a fingerprint magnet as well, the black version. So if you're the kind of person who just hates fingerprints getting all over your device right here, you might want to opt for the white version, which looks really clean. And yeah, I kind of prefer the white over the black. Let me know which color you think. Do you prefer the white or do you think the black is better? About that back panel here, it does remind me of the Poco F3 as well that I still have. Just take a look at these guys here. They look very similar in terms of the color, the mirror finish at the back here. But the finishing on the back here, this back cover is made of ceramic, but this is glass or plastic or something like that. So definitely you're getting a more premium material here with the Mi 11 Ultra. And I also have the S21 Ultra right here. So this is a complete matte back, and personally I kind of prefer this matte back at the back here because it's just so smooth to the touch and it looks so stealthy. It looks amazing as well. So yeah, you tell me, which do you prefer the look in terms of design wise? Do you prefer the Mi 11 Ultra's design, or do you prefer something like the S21 Ultra? Let me know down in the comment section below. I'm really curious about that. Okay, so we're going to go back and focus about the Mi 11 Ultra, so I'm just going to push that out of the way. Right, so after using this for, like I said, almost more than a week now, what are my thoughts? So first up, let's talk a little bit about how it feels in hand. So again, some of YouTubers online, they are complaining about it's so heavy and all that. In fact, they mentioned that the weight at the top is a bit more heavier than the bottom, so it tends to fall over. In my opinion, I've never faced any of that nonsense. To me, most devices these days are already very heavy, so this is not exactly something new to my hand. At least it feels perfectly fine. I also don't feel that the top is heavier than the bottom, so I don't have that, you know, like weird weight distribution feeling. It all feels nicely distributed, honestly speaking, in my opinion. So I have no issues with holding this device. One thing I might complain about here though is it is very slippery. So if you don't use a case, it might actually slip and fall, so you might just want to think about that case. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about what we have at the front. So we do have a very nice AMOLED display at the front here that is supplied by Samsung, and we are getting amazing colors. We have 1 billion colors, HDR10+, 120Hz refresh rate, 480Hz sampling rate. So basically a lot of numbers. This is what is probably the best kind of display that you can get in the market right now for a smartphone. And yeah, I'm definitely not disappointed with this. I'm very impressed with the quality. Everything is very smooth. Watching videos on this guy right here, especially in 2K, is just amazing. So I'm sure if you go onto YouTube and you just look for some content that are in 2K, maybe even HDR10+, you will be able to see the kind of quality of content on this device, and it's just amazing. So you're getting the best kind of experience in terms of the display right here on the Mi 11 Ultra. Alright, so that's just about the display itself. I want to talk very quickly about the cameras, because this device here, a lot of people have been talking about the camera at the back here, and it's supposed to be very good. So yeah, let me show you this one right here. So we do have 3 sensors at the back. We have the main super huge 50 megapixel sensor, and what I mean by huge is that it has a huge sensor that is able to bring in a lot of light, and it is able to create a photo that looks very similar to what you can get on a digital cameras. We do have a 48 megapixel periscope lens and another 48 megapixel ultra wide sensor. So a lot of numbers there, but in terms of image quality, what's the kind of image? Let me explain to you. So I have taken a lot of photos during my use with the Xiaomi Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, and daylight shots just looks amazing. So with that huge sensor, if the object that you're shooting is just within an arm's length or maybe just a little bit nearer to you, you will get this very natural looking photo with the back bokeh that is very soft and realistic. So because it is not using any algorithms to count this kind of image, because it's using the main sensor, the image just looks like something that has been taken off a digital camera. So the kind of photos, like I say, is very impressive in terms of quality. You're getting a very nice image right there. If you go further behind, images will look just like any other smartphone image, but you got to find a way to actually take those photos to make it look just that bit more high quality. The best spot to actually take these photos, like I said, is within like one meter or 1.5 meters from yourself, and that would really create that awesome camera-like images. But I want to talk very quickly about that night camera, and what it can do with your night images. So this is one of the brightest sensors, and what I mean by that is that it is able to bright up the entire environment if it is a very dark environment. I've taken a couple of night images and you can see the quality for yourself, guys. It's really, really good, and it's something that you would expect from a premium or a flagship level device here. So if you're the kind of person who likes to take a lot of photography, this is one camera that you might want to take note of. Before I finish my part on the camera, I want to point out one more thing, and that is the skin tones. So I noticed that on most devices in the market today, the skin tones are often got wrongly. And what I mean by that is you're either too fair or they either paint you too beautified or something. But I must say that the cameras on this Mi 11 Ultra managed to take my skin tones perfectly well. It looks very real. It looks like obviously I have a lot of imperfections on my face, and everything showed up on the camera. So in a way, I think this is pretty good because it shows you the actual face, your actual image, and not a beautified version or a skin tone that is not correct compared to what you actually look like. So that is something that I really appreciate about the Mi 11 Ultra's camera. It just looks like how you look in real life. If you don't like the way you look in real life, don't worry about that, because you can always flip the device to the front, and there you will see your 20 megapixel front-facing selfie camera. So what this front-facing camera does is it beautifies your face, it gives you that whiter or fairer face, skin tones, and it removes all the imperfections from your face just like what other smartphones do. So yeah, you still have that front-facing camera, don't worry about that. Okay, done with the cameras. Let's talk a little bit about video capturing on this Mi 11 Ultra. So I have taken a sample here shot at 4K at 60 FPS, and I must say that the stabilization here was really top-notch, guys. I mean, it was really stable throughout the entire process of taking the video. Second thing I must point out here is the mic and the audio quality that is taken by the Mi 11 Ultra. This is one of the best audio qualities I've seen on a smartphone today. Alright guys, so this is going to be shooting at 4K, 60 FPS. I think the stabilization has been turned on, and the audio you're listening is coming from the mic itself from the Mi 11 Ultra. So I'm currently not walking very fast. Yeah, it's pretty hot today, so got the sleepers out. But yeah, this is how it looks like. I think it looks very stable here on the Mi 11 Ultra. Just going to pick up the speed a little bit more, and let's see if it does get a bit more bumpy. Yeah, it looks fairly smooth. Focus is very on point. Alright, now that we've seen that video clip, let me know what you guys think. Is this something you think is of good quality? Would you buy this device here to actually vlog with your device? Let me know down in the comment section below. Next thing I want to talk about here is the performance on a daily. So we have the Snapdragon 888 coupled with 12 gigabytes of RAM. I mean, what do you expect? Obviously, it's going to fly in terms of day-to-day use. If you use your social media a lot, bear in mind that this actually is very smooth. Nothing to complain about there. In terms of Instagram, it is as smooth as it gets. You can't get smoother than this. So again, apps launch very fast and you have no issues with all your day-to-day use. But if you're talking about gaming, I want to touch about this a little bit. So I have a couple of games here that I've tried: Genshin Impact, PUBG, and Mobile Legends. So with the Snapdragon 888, the devices tend to heat up a little bit. So especially for the games that are graphic intensive like Genshin. So PUBG and Mobile Legends, we don't have to worry about that. It doesn't get that warm. It is very smooth and it is very playable. Excellent performance on this device. But if you're playing Genshin Impact, the device will get very hot. And what I mean by that is that it is slightly towards the point that it gets a bit uncomfortable because it is just very warm all over the edges and all that. And I did notice that the screen did dim once or twice when I was playing the game itself. So just bear in mind this is the kind of expectation that you need to have when you're going to game high graphic intensive kind of games on the Mi 11 Ultra. So just, yeah, take note about that. Moving on to my next point here, let's talk a little bit about the stereo speakers at the top and bottom. And for that, let me just turn on a very quick video or audio clip right here so you can listen to the kind of audio that comes out from this, because it's pretty good. I won't say it's the best speakers in the industry right here, but it is pretty damn good. So let's check it out. Alright guys, so that's the kind of audio quality that you can get from the Mi 11 Ultra. Like I said, it does get pretty loud. You have decent bass, very rich audio coming out from this device right here, and definitely would be a very pleasant experience if you're going to watch videos directly from the speakers here. So obviously also we do not have the headphone jack, but it does come with the headphone jack converter in the box, so that is pretty good for the Mi 11 Ultra. Last but not least, let's talk a little bit about the battery in the back here, because we do have a 5000 mAh battery. In my opinion, it is a decent battery because it is very large, 5000 mAh. But one thing that you need to know here is that gaming or taking photos a lot on this device here is going to drain the battery like crazy. So I've taken quite a lot of photos and quite a few videos, especially on this Mi 11 Ultra right here, and I noticed that I was only able to get 1 day of battery life in a single charge. So just bear that in mind. It's not going to last you very long if you play a lot of games and obviously take a lot of photos. It does get a little bit warm as well, so take that in mind. The good thing about this Mi 11 Ultra is that what came in the box was the 67-watt charger, and this is blazing fast, guys. It does 0 to 100% in just 36 minutes. So yeah, if you do run out of juice, just remember to plug this in and you'll be up to 100% in no time. Alright guys, I think that's pretty much it for my experience with the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra. If you ask me, my experience with this device right here was very positive. I especially love the photographs taken on this device right here, especially the ones where, like I said, if you're within an arm's distance or like 1 meters away, and then you get that very natural bokeh at the back. I've shown these pictures to some people and they actually thought that it was taken on a camera. So that is one thing that I really love about it. Second thing I like about it is that design. I kind of like this. It has grown on me, and in fact I didn't even talk about that back display. Yeah, I mean, if you want it, it's there. It shows you how you can take selfies and see yourself on the screen here. It also shows the time, your notifications, and your call notifications. So yeah, it is a pretty interesting display right here. Though, to be honest, I haven't been using it that much because most of the time I place my phone down like this and not like this. Alright guys, I think that's it for this video. It's been pretty long. Let me know what you think about this device right here. Are you buying one or do you plan to get one? Let me know down in the comment section below. Hit that like button if you like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!